were against it. Here comes George Foreman now. The Norton forces were against Rondeau, but suddenly, just hours ago, they agreed to it. And Rondeau, the referee, will have no voice in the scoring as George Foreman comes climbing into the ring behind his manager, Dick Sadler. George Foreman in a bright red robe, a huge man, now 25 years of age. He weighed in at 224 3/4, a little more than 7 pounds more than he did for Joe Frazier in Kingston, Jamaica, back on that January 28, 1973. There is no detectable sign of a limp. Remember, it's the right knee that was presumably damaged that caused a furor here for most of today, until finally we all learned that, yes, indeed, the fight was going to take place. Why the Norton forces changed their mind at the last minute about Jimmy Rondeau, we don't know. Rondeau told me this morning that he was sick of the whole thing and felt he'd come out on the short end, that he'd just as soon not referee it, but here he is. And we'll be back with the action in just a moment. Whether or not he lets Foreman try to manhandle Norton the way he manhandled Frazier, pushing Frazier off at the shoulders. That's why there was such a big hassle over the referee in the first place, because the Norton forces wanted to make sure that a referee wouldn't permit it. The bell for round one. This round is an important round in terms of watching Norton's tactics and strategy. Note, as I've reminded you in past Norton fights, how he lags that right leg. He comes at you in a kind of diagonal way, which in the opinion of Ali makes him very hard to hit. Ali, by the way, is at ringside today, along with Joe Louis. Norton is using the left and backing off. Foreman is stalking. Norton, if he gets hit by Foreman, will be really facing a test, because Foreman is a terrific puncher. Any man who can do what he did to Joe Frazier must be called a terrific puncher. Foreman got in a couple of pretty good ones to the head. We have about a minute and a half left in this, the first round. Remember when Norton fought Ali, he was the aggressor. Angie?
This is something this guy's doing the wrong thing. Wait, lay him back, lay him back. That's Foreman's game. The guy's going to get some great shots in on him.
That was, of course, Angelo Dundee, Muhammad Ali's trainer, as we approach the 2-minute mark in round one. You saw Foreman with an amateurish miss, but he came back with a left. He hurts with every punch, and he got 3 good lefts in a row, and 2 more. Maybe 3. He's got Norton against the ropes. Foreman the clear aggressor throughout the first round. Norton's corner yelling, "Get away," the strategy obvious. Stay away from him as long as you can. Maybe he'll tire, maybe he'll fluster. 15 seconds left in the round. The bell for round 2. Foreman to the right of your screen, Norton to the left. In the first round, Foreman the clear aggressor. Now Kenny threw a couple of lefts and the crowd reacted. Angie Dundee, between rounds, has already said it's not the same Foreman who fought Joe Frazier. Well, one of the questions is, what did the inactivity over the past 14 months do to George Foreman? How much did his personal problems, including lawsuits, financial distress, and a ruptured marriage and divorce proceeding, divide his concentration? And what about his knee? Was it really hurt this morning? So far, we've detected no sign of a limp. And yet, he was half carried, half limped into a minibus to go to the hospital this morning. Oh, that farting right got to Norton and has him really back. Oh, there's the right again. And Foreman punched him as he went against the ropes. Rondeau is calling it a knockdown and the mandatory 8 count. Sluggish or no, long puncher or no, that Foreman is a terrific puncher. There goes Norton again against the ropes. Rondeau breaks him, puts him back, but Norton is already rubbery-legged and hurt. And Foreman is... Oh! All right. Norton is down and he doesn't really know where he's at. He's looking at his corner. No, he does know. He's just nodded that he can indeed get up, but look at him. He's in bad, bad shape. It's all over, apparently. Yes, it is. The fight went less than 2 rounds, just as the Frazier fight. I don't have the official time, but George Foreman is the stunning winner and still the heavyweight champion of the world. Call it no contest. Whatever his problem, whatever his trouble, this man has to be acclaimed, I think, here and now as one of the most terrific punchers I have seen. Now let's look at that first knockdown in slow motion. The first the right, then the left, then the right uppercut, one of Foreman's devastating weapons. Then another right. Foreman all over him, measuring his target. Still another right. And another right uppercut, and Foreman and Norton goes down against the ropes. The referee watches as Foreman hits Norton again because Norton is not technically down. The knee hasn't touched the floor. Now it's called a knockdown. This will be the final knockdown. In the final round, the second round of the fight. First to left. Norton is in trouble. Foreman with a right. Oh, that right uppercut is devastating. Now Norton backing off. Another tremendous long right. And then the final left. Norton's head hitting the canvas with a terrific thud. And that was the end for Kenny Norton. We'll be back with George Foreman in just a moment.